Might just be working. Who knows? Oh shit! There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. What's up, my good people? Man, I'm telling you, dealing with people, man. I tell you, you lose sometimes. So what's up, people? I'm hoping you're liking the new get up and the little setup and all of that. Um, it's a little different than what I usually have. I usually have a YouTube um, setup. I got my hair tied up. You get like 4 hours doing this, man. I'll just tell you, use the There's an app right now called InstaFeed. It's really good. It allows you to utilize your computer. See this template that I'm using? This is my own template. I made it myself, and it really works. So, what's going on, people? It's crazy, man. Just be trying to just live life proper and just never know, man. Wickedness, man. Just tired, just annoyed. You think you find someone and they move funny. That's horrible. You know, what do you do about that? That kind of stuff. I don't know, but I'll try. Try to be the best person I can be. Sometimes that just don't work. Sometimes you just gotta let it be what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? Time. It's all about time. Communication. If you're dealing with somebody and they don't have enough time for you, then you're kind of wasting your time, even if you really care about the person. You know, shit is serious. People don't people don't appreciate. I don't know how to. I don't know. Don't mind me. I'm over here trying to get this thing popping. Yep, it's real, guys. It's real. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Damn, what's going on? Hold on. I'm doing something wrong. I'm clearly doing something wrong. Oh, I forget. What's going on? Let's see. Hmm. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Filter, chroma key. Okay, close. I got the green screen on. I'm doing. Let's see if it works better this way. Nah, that's wrong. Wait a minute. Hmm. I should be in this movie. I should be in the picture. I don't know. I'm I'm tired, I guess. But it should be in a it should be in the picture. What's good? I don't know who it is. Please say something. I'm not on the IG app right now. I'm currently using my computer, and I'd love to know who I'm talking to right now. I can't say what's up because I don't know who it is. If you can actually see my screen, you'd be like, oh, okay, that's kind of dope. So I'm trying to use my green screen, but for some unlogical, illogical, crazy reason, it's not working. And it should. It should always work, but it's not. But yeah, I want to talk about relationships and why people tend to take relationships for granted. Now, I'm not currently in a relationship, but I was working on something, and I think I still want to work on it. But I have a few things that bother me when dealing with people, especially when it's long distance. For me, I believe that when you're dealing with someone, you should, especially long distance, keep the lines of communication open. But a lot of the time, somebody starts slacking. You know, for me, I don't really look for um, a daily routine, but it could be like a bi-daily or two, two maybe three times a week just to touch base. When you're dealing with people and they move different, then you have to move different. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed because it only takes a few seconds just to touch bases, and a lot of people they get so caught up in their own shit that they forget that they're not doing it by themselves. Becomes a little selfish, and then you get pointed at like the bad guy, and I kind of find that a little off, a little crazy, or whatever. I'm really disappointed, man. I'm disappointed tonight. You know, I'm disappointed. So, who wanna talk? Who wanna say something? Okay. What's up? What's up, homie? How you doing? I see you there tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, I'm on this new this thing called InstaFeed. It's not really new to me, but I've only used it maybe once or twice, and it actually allows me to do what I want to do with it. So it's kind of dope. Um, but yeah, I don't get some of these people, man. Some of these people really got the got the game kind of twisted. You cannot be, guys, if you're listening, if you hear me, you cannot be in a relationship without communication. Communication is the most important part of being in some type of dynamic, some type of relationship, some type of cohesiveness. If you don't have that communication, how do you expect for anything to actually last? Even when you go to work, if you don't communicate with your boss, how do you know what to do? You know, could your boss expect you to be the best employee if you're not doing the communication with the boss not coming to you, you're not going to the boss to ask what's needed? No, it's gonna be it's gonna be some bullshit. It's not gonna be a good situation. So I'm just saying, when you're dealing with someone and you're in a relationship, make sure you communicate. As for me, like I was telling Tamar, I make you lit. I was telling her, at the end of the day, I'm kind of disappointed in my little situation, and it's not a sadness or a sorrow or a hurt, but it's a disappointment. You know what I'm saying? Because when you deal with people, they give you all of these ideas of what they want, and then they tell you about all the things that's been going on in their lives, and then turn around and just be the one that run from the greatness. You know what I'm saying? And then turn around and become the victim of situations when it's like, oh, you come on, it wasn't that person. You play a major role in that. That person might have been perfectly good to you. That person could have been fucked up to you. It's up to you on what you want to do in that situation. Now, if you have something that's going to be positive and enlightened to you, why mess it up? Why destroy it? Why not? Why detach yourself from the situation when you can do way more? You know what I'm saying? You can actually um, have those conversations, have that communication, have that outreach if you're feeling some type of way. You know, I don't know, guys. If you're dealing with anyone and they don't communicate with you and they don't accept your kindness and they don't accept, try to reach out, try to talk. But if they don't, gotta get away. The shit is it's not good for your spirit. Oh, that should look dope. I'm looking at it. It says it's muted. I don't want it muted. Yo, this is kind of dope. I'm looking. Yo, this shit is dope. I'm looking at it right now. That's dope. I'm looking. I was just looking at the feed, and the feed is pretty dope. I don't really want to talk about relationships because you know what? It don't even make sense, man. Because people gonna do what they want to do anyway, and they're gonna destroy the good things that they have. Um, they have to learn. It's all about the learning experience. You know, I'm trying to. Yo, brother, yo, you absolutely right. You can't do anything. You gotta just let that shit be. You know, like like the song from back in the day. Sometimes you gotta let it go. Looks like another love TKO. You can care for someone. You can want to help the person. You can want to be the best for them, but they have to want it themselves. So, like you said, under those circumstances, you gotta just let that shit go. You know what? Let me tell you. Me, I'm not gonna feel bad for asking questions. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feel great when I get up and I just stop fucking with you altogether. What's good, Carrie? How you doing? It's your boy, Mr. Talk 718 with Talk Life. My YouTube is down at the bottom. You can always check it out. I got some real serious topics that I talk about. I haven't done a video in about 2 to 3 weeks. I was on a little hiatus. My birthday was December 5th. I went up to New Jersey, was chilling with the fam. You know what I'm saying? I kind of had a good time. You know what I mean? Then I came back home and things kind of changed a little bit. So, when you're dealing with people when they change, then you just got to let them be like change. You got to let that shit drop. you know what happens to quarters and dimes and nickels when they fall, right? It's loose, right? You let the loose changes drop to the ground, and when you look down, you try to find that coin, but that shit done rolled somewhere. You gotta just let it roll. Or you know what's crazy? So anyway, let me show you the type of relationship we America has with the people. I don't care what party you're affiliated with. I don't care what party you with. Yo, do you see this? The relationship that America has with its people is atrocious, and I say that because check this out. You have people who lost their jobs, medical assistance, medical care, health insurance. What's good, Essence? How you feeling? Um, they lost all these things, right? And it's been roughly 9 to 10 months. They gave us stimulus, a survival check, right, for $1,200, and said live on that for 10 months. Now they turned around and they decided to say, okay, we're gonna pass a stimulus package. They're gonna give most of the money to major corporations like they did the last time, and they're gonna give people who makes under $75,000 a $600 check, $300 on top of the unemployment to the state, and say, okay, now fend for yourself. They're giving way more overseas. They're giving way more to our left and to the right, or to the north and to the south of America, and it's horrible. What part of the game is that, man? People are struggling. They're out here. They're going through so much, and we have these politicians that's out here that don't give two shits. Nancy Pelosi says she eats the best ice cream, and she paid roughly $600 a month or a week for ice cream in her $20,000 refrigerator. But when asked the question about the struggling and starving people that's on lines looking for food, and on a verge of being evicted, she said she don't want to pass a stimulus package that was going to be roughly worth $1.8 trillion that would help the American people. She didn't want to do that. The election came. Trump lost. This guy Biden wins, whatever, and you turn around. Yeah, yo, Imhotep, you absolutely right. So the reason why I want to talk about that is because when we have situations like that, when are we, the people, gonna take back? We need to take back our country, and I don't mean by war. I don't mean by fighting with guns and ammunition, unless that's the last thing, right? We need to get people involved, mobilized, right? Absolutely, billions go to Israel because Israel is our welfare state. But we got to get people mobilized. What's up, Rosebud? How you feeling, baby? We got to get people mobilized, involved in the fight. You know what I'm saying? We have to go out there and we have to rally. We have to go to our elected officials and let them know if they don't do what we need them to do, we're going to get them out of here and make them one term politicians. Because it's the politicians who make up the rules, right? We need more people that's been out there, that's in the struggle, that's suffered, that's been out there hungry, homeless. We need those type of people. That's the only way we're going to get our country back. Democrat, Republican, Independent, Green Party, whoever you are. We need to do that. And that's the only way we're going to be able to get our country back. We are laughing stocks no matter how many. Bro, let me tell you, no matter how many, let me just hit this point. No matter how many differences we have more things in common. Now, you said the masses aren't that smart. So you know what our jobs are? I'm gonna tell you, a teacher, you're a scholar, brother, because you're using two names that's significant to the ancestors, strong names, right? You're a teacher. It's time we got to teach. We can bring the most ignorant people into our organization, into a group that's trying to help and show them the ropes. Just like the horse to the water, you can't make him drink it, but at least now he know how to get to the water. You know what I'm saying? You can't teach. You can always teach someone how to do something. Once you teach them, it's up to them to do what they have to do. So it's kind of crazy that we got $600, $600, $600, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for it because it's 600 more than what I had or what I will have. You know what I've had. You know what I'm saying? So if I made $2,000, that's 2,600. But what about the people that don't have shit? Shit is crazy, yo. And this COVID, we uh we so concerned about where it came from. There's a strand that hit New York that came from Europe, and from Europe to New York, and from New York to around the entire country. So you got a lot of people dying from this so-called new strand of COVID. I know people who had the COVID before it was COVID. I've noticed that a lot of people passed away, and they passed away, but the death totals of other things has dropped. So my curiosity is what's really going on. I'd love to know. They not telling us something. Shit is crazy, man. Man. So yeah. So guys, if you're up here and you're seeing this, I'm testing out my new little, you know, situation here with the Mr. Talk Life at the top. What y'all think about it? Y'all think it's cool? Do I need to do something different? I mean, my green screen is not working right now. I forgot how to set it up. I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and remember how to do it. Teach myself how to do it again. Yes, keep it going, Kerry. Everything is is considered COVID. Hey, what up, sis? Everybody, say what's up to Nefertia. That's my sister right there. You know, shit is crazy. Everything is labeled COVID. If I stump my toe and God forbid something happened to me, I'm I'm gonna be considered a person who died from COVID. So I want to tell everybody if you have a loving family member who passed away and they tell you that it's COVID, if you have the money, do an autopsy. I'm gonna tell for real. If you have a family member that you love, do an autopsy because something is not right with this COVID thing. You know, this shit is just it's getting worse. They're telling us to stay in our homes. We allowing these big corporations to become bigger and bigger while our mom and pop stores are dying. You have Walmart, you have Target, you have uh, Amazon, and the centers that they have there, they have the centers where the people go. It's like a mailroom, and you got thousands of workers, but they turn around and they tell you that your mom and pop store should be closed, and if they're not closed, we're gonna ticket you, we're gonna shut you down, and we're gonna do all of this, and we're gonna do all of that. But then you turn around and you can allow a center. I mean, like it's them wall those buildings that Amazon distribute their product out of. Them shits are big ass airport hangars, 5, 6 blocks long, 3, 4, 5 floors with thousands of employees every single day. But they won't shut them down. It's something wrong. It's something wrong. We got to do everything we can do to protect each other and ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We have to do everything to help each other in this time right now because for some reason they it's like hypocrisy. They tell you one thing, but then they allow others to do something else. I don't want to use the term well, yeah, communism. Communism. I can see that. I can see that. I thought I was reading socialism because there's multiple definitions of socialism. And when you think of socialism, you think of communism, and a lot of people do that. They take communism, right? 100,000 square feet. That's huge, bro. That's bigger than a football field, bigger than a football stadium. Down here in Jacksonville, we got two of them. Right where I work at the airport, every day you see hundreds of trucks, big ass trucks, and you see thousands of cars, well, hundreds, 500 to 600 cars a day. Just is remarkable. But we shutting down businesses. Let me tell you, I went to the mall over in River City. That's out here in Jacksonville. And no lie, you had three restaurants that were doing pretty well, prior to this. They're shut down, bro. Closed. And I was talking to the lady, and she was like, "Yo, yeah, five of the patrons here, they got together, they got a loan, and they're opening up a new restaurant where the steakhouse used to be." And I was like, "Yo, the steakhouse? That shit." She said, "Yeah, they closed." I said, "Are you kidding me?" She said, "Oh yeah, Sticky Fingers is closed too, and the other restaurant down there, it's closed too." And I'm like, "Wow, you got to be kidding me!" This shit is destroying people, man. Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes. Shit is ridiculous, man. I, you know, they're destroying America. Absolutely. If Walmart is open, why can't we have mom's diner and daddy's, electronics still open? Why not? Where's the harm in that? As long as you're administering proper protocol to protect people from other people, I don't see where there's a problem. You don't want to give the people any money, right? You don't want to give the people any money. You don't want to. You don't want to give any. You know what? This is what I would have did. This is what I would have did. I'm gonna be straight up with you, and it makes sense. I would have said, "Okay, America, this is President Talk Life 718, and from today until this pandemic or this outbreak clears up, we're going into complete lockdown, right? But here's the caveat, right? Everyone will receive $2,000 a month per person. $2,000 a month per person and free health care. Now, you have some who will say this is that's welfare. This is socialist thinking. Well, I'm a social person. You got to always remember that root word of socialism is social. And what do two and three people, when they come together, what are they doing? They're being social, making them a group of socialists. You might not see it that way, but in basic terminology, that's exactly what a socialism is. Everyone is helping each other. No, this is here in America. This is what I would have did if I was President, Mr. Talk Life 718. Miss Pay was popping. I would have definitely gave every American $2,000 a month, children 1,000, right? Because you still got to pay rent. Let's say it's two people in your household, that's 4,000. If there's a child in the household, that's 5,000, right? That would offset a lot of the things that's going on in America. You will have more people being able to do things, more people being able to keep their businesses, more people being able to live until this shit was over. But they didn't do that. They said we're gonna leave it up to the states, which is fine with me. But with that being said, the shit was spreading. So now you got this COVID shit spreading all around the damn country, you know, and people are dying. COVID or not. Everything is going to be COVID. If you choked on a chicken bone, you died from COVID-19. These politicians tell us don't go out, but they keep getting caught. Yeah, yo, Nancy Pelosi. Let me tell you something. I don't care how anybody think about what I'm about to say, but I do care. But I want y'all to see where I'm coming from. I'm not a Donald Trump supporter. I'm not a supporter of any politician that's not for the people. But what I will say is, regardless if it was a ploy, a stunt, or something to get you more votes, Donald Trump offered $1.8 trillion, regardless if it was going to pass, because Mitch McConnell is an asshole. He don't care about anybody. In the poorest state in America, which is Kentucky, Trump said, I want more stimulus. I want to give people more money. And it came out just recently that he wanted to do up to $2,000 per person, but his administration was like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. For whatever reason, they said don't do it. So when he went with the 1.8 trillion, Nancy Pelosi wanted 3 trillion, right? The $3 trillion was not going to get passed. Mitch McConnell wasn't going to agree with that. But if you have the president who had all these people that were on his side, that we call them Trump Trump-publicans, they would have probably worked something out. Nancy said, I don't want it. She said, I'm not going to sign for that. And the dude from CNN, which is the only time that I can say the guy from CNN actually pressed her, he was like, people are out here starving. What are you trying to do? Like, sign the bill already. Get these people some money so that they can move on and be able to, like, pay their rent or buy food. And she said, no, I know what I'm doing. I work for the people. And the dude, and this is what he said. I'm going to get his name. I'm going to tell y'all his name. He says, you say that, but I walk past people every single day on food lines, homeless. They don't have anything. And then you turn around and you say you don't want to sign his bill. She did it because she was working to get Joe Biden elected. Now, I think Joe Biden would have won anyway, even though I didn't vote for him. The corporate media, they made a way for Joe Biden to win, but that's another topic. But my problem is you have, these individuals out here, they're running shit, but they don't care because they work for the major corporations. Now, you got a lot of people who didn't like Bernie Sanders, but Bernie Sanders actually had the right fucking idea. Let's get Medicare for all. Let's get a UBI, right? That's basically universal basic income, or BUI. Let's help with tuitions and all this stuff, whatever. The main thing that Americans want right now, that they fought against because they were so happy with their employees, their employers' health insurance, is health insurance. Over 80% of Americans are in agreement with getting universal health care. And if not forever, at least for this outbreak / pandemic. Because people they're getting out of the hospitals, and guess what happened? They get hit with $500,000 bills. That is a problem. And it's a problem because people really voted against their own interests. So now we got to suffer. But I challenge everybody. And when my brother got shot 2 years ago, and I was pissed off because it's like, New York City, as a city with a lot of violence, do not allow the citizens to have weapons. I think you need to open it up where people can have weapons so they can protect themselves. But I'm using this example for a reason. I challenged the little young brothers and sisters out there to rise up and get involved in politics. Rise up and get involved in a movement. It don't have to be the Black Lives Movement. It don't have to be, Antifa. It don't have to be the Proud Boys. You can start your own shit. My movement is called Black Equality Movement because I'm past the mattering stage, and everybody should feel like they're past the mattering stage. But a lot of the times, people get so caught up with wanting to matter that it don't make sense. If I matter to you and you matter to me, guess what? You matter. So now we have to fight for the equality. We have to fight for the equality. But a lot of the times we just get caught up with being the status quo. We right here. We want to be, not flatline, but we want to be boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. We have allies. We have allies. I love everybody equally. So I have people of all nationalities, races, religions, cultures that's down with the movement. Because we understand that inequality is not just a black or a white thing. Inequality is a human thing. If you're poor, you go through shit. Bottom line. If you're poor, you're going to have problems because that's all they give. Like, if you do not, put it like this. If you live in America and you can't afford to live without being paid a week or two, then you're going to have the same problems. Doesn't matter what your skin tone is. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm saying that is it's time for the people to stand up. It's time to put away our so-called differences. It won't be the United States because bro, if you look at Texas right now, Texas is trying to concede from America. They don't want to be a part of the United States anymore. They've been trying to do this. They've been trying to back out and say they don't want to be a part of the United States. I know this shit is gonna fall because it's all stolen land. Right. Yes, it's gonna fall. It has no choice but to fall. Egypt fell. Right? Babylon fell. The freaking the Berlin Wall fell. America is coming. It's America time is coming because there's no humbleness. America is not. They don't have any humility, and that's a problem. You know you have to always remember where you came from. America wasn't shit in the beginning, and then while it wasn't shit, they was doing some wicked shit. Rome fell. Absolutely. Forgot about Rome. Rome was one of the greatest. I can't agree with that 100% because Romans and the Greeks they learned from the Egyptians. They wrote it in some of their books. But yes, we on the same page, Imhotep. It's time for a rude awakening. I thought 9/11 would be that awakening, but people got way more wicked, way more blinded. If you think, and I don't, and it's funny because I don't really believe in a 9/11 theory like everybody else. I know that the shit happened, but what they told me, I don't believe that shit. It's impossible for some of the things that happened to happen the way they said it happened. Plain fuel ain't gonna do a demolition explosion. I'm sorry. You can't. Nobody can make me believe that. But but then that's a conspiracy, right? Oh, I see, bro. See, that's why I fucks with you. That's why I followed you. It was the name. It was the name, but it was more than a name. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. You know, I don't really want to. We could definitely have a topic on that though. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna be hitting some people in the heads, but they ain't gonna like. They ain't gotta like it, but they ain't gonna like it because shit is too real. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all why. Facts, facts. That's exact. But you know, like, and I don't know. I was raised one way, and as a 16-year-old, I read a book. The book was called Santa or Satan. Perfect timing too. It's Christmas coming up, right? Um, the spell is the spell of Tammuz, or the spell of the Leviathan. The people are sleeping, bro, and it's sad. You know, but it's all right. We have enough people that are awake, woke. I don't like to use the term woke, and I don't really. I'm gonna say that you got enough people that's conscious and they see what's going on, and it's just time for us to get together and build something. Like I'm ready to do some Wakanda shit. Go to Akon Island or some shit. He building an island. He's building some land, making some land where he can have people come back to Africa. I, I don't know. Ready to go to space or something like that. Start a colony. You know, shit is crazy, man. I just want people to understand what love is, what right wisdom is, right knowledge, and right understanding. Because without that, we're gonna always be underneath something, man. That's why I talk about the Black Equality Movement, and I talk about not caring if I matter when I know I matter. You know what I'm saying? Just like when my woman walks on the side of me, left or right, doesn't matter. She need to understand that she's my equal. It's crazy, man. Yo, this Jacksonville living though, bro. It's it's something else, man. I swear, it's something else. I don't really want to be on this for too long though. Um, I was trying out this. So y'all like the new layout? Y'all think it's dope? Is it clean? I make you lit, immaculate. I keep saying immaculate, immaculate. What's good? What you mean? I'm a type good, bad. You know what's so funny? On a what is really good and what is really bad? That's the question, right? We all have our perceptions of what life should be. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Immaculate. I'm gonna get you on my show one day, Immaculate. And yo, Imhotep, I know you're in Jacksonville. I know you got to be out here for some reason. Yeah, Oh, okay. So Florida is good because it slowed me down. I'm like, I'm like this laid back, calm dude. No turn up at all, unless it's just for fun. Like I'm going to have fun with my friends or whatever. The bad part is people are not everybody, but there's a lot of people that's still stuck in the past. As successful as oh, you in Jersey? I just was in Jersey. I was in Bayonne, but as good as the people in Florida could be, the potential that they have, the success that they can make, the women just want to twerk, and the brothers I don't even know. So what I do, and this is no lie, I grab up all the young people because even though I'm 44, right, I still feel like I'm a young dude on the block. It's weird, but I feel like that. You know what I'm saying? And but I feel like the big brother. So I grab up all the little homies and I talk to them and I be giving them information and they be having life crisis issues and I drop knowledge. I talk to people from all walks and I help them with their mental issues and I got my own shit going on, but I never have no time for people who need it. I always have time for the people who need it. I'm gonna always be there. So if somebody need to talk to me and I'm tired, bro, it could be 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. They call me and I'm gonna answer my phone and I'm gonna ask them what's wrong and how can I help. Right, 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 right. I feel you. But I don't mind the OG thing because as long as you ain't calling me the triple OG, you know what I'm saying? You call me triple OG, you really playing with me. But you know what I'm saying? Like my motto for years has been love is love. You know what I'm saying? That's I've always used that. If you even go to my YouTube channel down there, it said Larry Love is, right? Because my real name is Larry Love. Is because, is here for you, is here to help, is here to guide, is here to teach, is here to learn. Larry Love is here for everything as long as it's positive. And if it's negative and you're looking to get into a positive realm, I'm willing to do that too because my job as I'm an elder now. Even though I feel like I'm in my 20s, I'm an elder. So my job is to be there for the negative shit if you're looking to make a step to some positiveness. I know for a fact, I do this YouTube thing, I do this Instagram thing. I kind of like Instagram better because you can actually talk to people. You can people on Instagram all day. YouTube is not so. You gotta wait. But being on Instagram allows me to actually talk to my peoples. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind answering questions. I don't mind taking any. I don't mind getting criticized. I'm learning every day is a learning session, and that's for me and for anybody else that's getting anything from me because there's a each one teach one type of lifestyle I live by. For real, I've been life has not been easy, bro. Sis, you know that. You know how we used to give it up back in the days. Oh damn, this shit is slowing down. You know how us Vanderveer boys used to do. I mean, you know, if you wasn't there, I know you wasn't there, but I know you heard because you're droopy. You know how we was wilding. Now we grown men, and the challenge to myself was, am I gonna be a child for the rest of my life? Am I gonna be this person that I was when I was 19 years old? And the answer I gave to myself was hell no. I didn't have a big brother growing up, and I got big brothers that are alive. They just got different mommies. So I looked at life and I said to myself, I'm gonna I'm gonna be the big homie. I'm gonna be the big brother. The um I'm gonna be that dude. I'm gonna be the one that buy ice creams for the little kids. If I could afford it, they had it. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was young, I had an old man named Mr. Wesley. I called him my grandfather. He he would get the ice cream truck would come down the block, and I know every neighborhood had somebody like that. The ice cream truck would come down the block, and you know what he would do? He would stop the ice cream truck and have all the kids on the block getting ice cream. But I was always the special kid. They loved me. He loved me like he was like he could have been my father. That's how close he was. And he'd say, Larry, get whatever you want. I get the banana boat. Back in the days, ice cream trucks did all of that. They made banana, had the Marciano cherries and the all that good shit. And I felt like damn, somebody who actually looks at me and want to make sure I'm good. And I knew this man up until he died. You know what I'm saying? He called me his grandson. He was a AA. He was an alcoholic, and he was always recovering. I can never say I saw him drink, but when you abuse drugs and alcohol, your life is in recovery. So he was recovering. He was a recovering um, alcoholic, and he had an AA hall where he owned the building. He owned several properties. He owned several plots of land, and he would have these meetings, and I would be in the meetings just as a kid, going in and out, watching the old heads, doing their meetings and talking and shit like that, and I'm getting coffee. That's the type of life that I want for someone else's child. I want to be the role model or the influence. I want to be a person that allows black people to understand that is a unity, and you don't have to do this shit by yourself. This is why I want to get into politics. This is another reason why I want to get into politics, because they don't have enough people who give a fuck about us. Or we have to secede from America and become a nation. You know, um, Farrakhan has the Nation of Islam. Much respect to the Nation of Islam. Um, my teacher was Dr. Malachi York, and I know some might have heard of him, some might not have. Some might have good things to say, but some might have bad things to say. I want to say the movement was brilliant. The ideas was phenomenal. We have to build our own language, get our own flag, and become our own nation. Until then, we just gonna be a bunch of niggas. When America go to certain countries, what's good, Nucci? Nucci Lee? Nucci Lee? Everybody say what's up to Nucci Lee. She's in UK, and that's my friend. And like I tell you, you get on these platforms and you have to build allies and friends and people that you show love to and they show you love back. Nucci Lee is a supporter. Um, she's a supporter of a lot of the inequalities that go on in America to disproportionate or marginalized people. So I want to say big up to Nucci Lee. But yeah, um, Dr. York wanted to build a community of people who spoke their own languages, who spoke their own language. He spoke Arabic, he spoke Hebrew, but he built the language called Nuapu, right? He built a nation called the Nubians. He had land in Georgia. He called it Tamare, Tamare of the West, or is it the East? Tamare of the East. Nubians, yes, the Nubians. Yes, that's my. I was a student. I never went to none of the classes, but I read the books. I was self-taught. I never learned Nuapu, but I did learn a lot, and that's what opened me up. You know what I'm saying? To this new person that I've become. So activism is something that I like to do. You know, I love people. I want to see people do well. You know, and if people don't care, then they just don't care. But somebody has to care, and I'll be one of them. You know, Immaculate. Let me tell you, I know you care because you always had a good heart. I remember you. I remember you. Just not even by knowing you, but just by hearing about you. I don't see why you can't start a organization, a group, something like that to help the people in your community if you haven't done so. I think you would be perfect for the job because you are immaculate, or or I make you lit, you make them lit, right? So you know what I'm saying? Like it takes nothing but time, or I can see you being a politician. I can see you running for city council, or I can see you running for state congress. You know, and then moving up. and pushing progressive ideas. I can see that because you are a bright woman and you're welcome. I can see that. We can't be afraid, and I'm just going to circle back around to what I was talking about prior to everything else. We can't be afraid to challenge the status quo. The status quo is what keeps everyone stagnant, especially when you're dealing in a country like this as a capitalist country. Everything is built on making money. And I tell people this all the time. Do you know when it's pandemics and it's depressions, the rich people get rich in times like this? So it's right now would be the perfect time for someone. What's good, Steph? It would be the perfect time right now for people to invest in capitalist ventures. But here's the catch: there's no money. So, like they did back in the early days in early America, I'm talking about just the last century, the 1900s. When we had war, what did they do? They didn't borrow money from other countries. They borrowed the money from the American people in bond stocks. You know what I'm saying? In war bonds and war stocks. They don't do that anymore. But here's the catch. This is how you play the game. We saw that COVID was coming around, right? So what was the best thing to do? Invest in what? Health insurance. Invest in bio companies. Invest in pharmaceutical companies, right? Because we already know what's going to happen to the and oh yeah, and war is always going to sell. But right now, if you take a look at what's going on, where's the money? Where's the money going? Unless you got money to invest into Amazon, Apple, and these big tech companies, you get rich off of placing money into the market, buying stock in pharmaceutical. So whoever purchased Pfizer or the other two companies, and trust me, it's more than just those two. It's several companies that's making these vaccines. You know how much money these governments are paying for these vaccines? Buku, buku, buku dollars. But this is how the wealthy have become wealthy because they did that back in the days. Got to be smart. Right now is the time to start doing little side hustles and being the greatest at it. Like Steph Johnson and Johnson. See, yo, everybody say what's up to sophisticated Steph or sophistic Steph, sophistic St- Stephanie. She's right there. Johnson and Johnson. She said Johnson and Johnson. Right now she's craft. She's honing on her craft. She's honing in on her craft. She's an artist. Beautiful. Her voice is immaculate, right? Check this out. Right now is the time to get involved in the things that you love to do and becoming the best at it so that when this whole thing is over, people are going to come to you and they're going to tell their friends about you and they're going to tell their friends and they're going to tell their friends and they're going to tell their friends, right? So when we're in situations like this, this is the time to actually invest, but nobody have any money. So if we don't have any money, guess what happens? You can't do anything. I was watching the Jimmy Dores on if anybody ever get a chance, look him up. He's a comedian, but he talks American politics and he has no filter. He could care less. He got at my man Bernie for being soft. He's getting at AOC for standing down when all it takes is for her and her squad to do what they need to do to block, But he get at everybody, Trump, everybody. And he always say, right now, I would be asking you to support my platform, but ain't nobody got no money. But while I was watching his show today, there was an article where someone stated that um, the people were actually taking the stimulus money that they got the 1,200, and they were using it to buy stock. They should be putting that money into the bank for their children. Well, listen, it took 10 months for America to doll out another $600. So that's roughly $1,800 for the year, right? That's for 10 months. Come on, man. $200 a month. That's really what it came down to, right? Or 150. You take that money and you invest it how you need, how you feel fit or you see fit, so that you can make that money make money for you. Because we already know $600 can't do shit. But you have people out there, these people, these wicked people who make all this money, and they don't care. They're trying to get rid of 1/3 of the population in America. They want to see 1/3 of the Americans in poverty worse than what it was prior to this COVID thing. This is why businesses are going out of business, because they want to see these businesses go out of business. They working for each other. Bezos made like $100 billion since COVID or more. And you have multiple billionaires that made billions of dollars because you can't go outside. So you have to order shit online from these operations. That's wild. Man, we got to do better. We got to get up, we got to get out, and we got to become, yes, Brittany Ramona. Ramonia. Yes, love is love. See, she know. Brittany knows me. She know love is love. That's my That's my Banneker. That's all I say. Love is love. Love is one of the only ways we gonna get through this shit. But we gotta be smart. You see that? So in the UK, y'all in complete total lockdown, Nucci. That's unbelievable. How, no, Brittany, everybody don't know. So that's why I had to say it, because everybody don't know. My name is Mr. Talk 718 on here. So I changed up the name. That's crazy. I'm sorry that you got to go through that, but listen, Nucci, do what you love to do. I'm in Jacksonville. You can always come and visit. More than welcome to come. You could and come to the studio, and you know, Brittany, the invitation is always welcome. The invitation is always open. You know, Martin Luther King said, "We must accept finite disappointments, but never lose infinite hope." We have to continue to hope. But while we hoping, we got to get out there and we got to start cracking heads. And I don't mean in a violent manner. I'm talking about we have to mentally, strategically, we have to get together. We have to organize, and we got to bust these heads open. Yes, yes, the heart. That's why my motto is love is love. The only way we're gonna be able to make these things happen, changing the narrative, is through love. Love is what set us apart from plants and savage animals. Love. Absolutely. Absolutely. Unity, love is the key, and that's what I was gonna say. So you have to love in order to come together. And it's so crazy, because when I think about the human suffering and human pain, and I see people who's bigots, and I see people who aren't bigots, and I see people who's poor, and I see people who's rich, I see people who's in between, I see hard workers, I see the homeless. Everybody cries. Everybody has some sense of love, some sense of feeling, some sense of togetherness with someone. Don't necessarily have to be you, but with someone. And they know that pain. They know how it feels to lose a loved one. They know how it feels to go hungry. They know how it feels to be poor. They know how it feels to be looked at differently and be treated different because of whatever the issue is. Yet people can't come together and say, yo, we go through so much of the same shit. Why can't we just come together and build? But they don't want to do that. So I think the solution is there is no solution. I think the solution to making things better, though, is to get a bunch of like-minded people together, like in anything, and buzz heads. I keep saying buzz heads, don't get me wrong. When I say buzz heads again, I have to just say this. I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to incite riots or anything like that. But what I mean busting heads is you have to get into the minds of the people. You got to get in the minds, and you gotta march. You gotta go and you gotta get up in these buildings, these offices, and you gotta cause a ruckus without being violent, and make them hear you. Because right now in America, the government don't hear the people. Facts. Absolutely. Absolutely, Nucci. The vibrations need to be changed. See, yo, Hamotep, you still in here? You see this young lady, Nucci Lee? She with it, bro. She's with it. She's in the UK. That's my sister right there. If I know, I tell you no lie, brother. If nobody hit me up, I know she gonna hit me up. I know Steph is gonna hit me up, and I know Immaculate gonna hit me up. We gonna talk because, again, it's all about that energy. It's all about that energy. The energy is definitely what it's all about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What Doc would say, and what others would say, we call those people reptilians. They benevolent. No, they're malevolent beings. I mean, and it's crazy because you have them in all groups, but they don't care about. And it's funny because money ain't shit. We live in a version of India. We have a caste system. It's about the rich or the haves and the haves nots. But a lot of the people who have don't really have shit because money ain't worth shit. But what they do with the shit that don't worth shit, they buy shit or they gain shit that's actually worth something. Like, I give people a little advice: if they have the money, buy some gold. Get into gold. Because gold is the most important thing on the planet. They think it's oil, but it's gold. Gold never depreciates. When they killed Muammar Gaddafi, why they killed Muammar Gaddafi? Do anybody know why they killed Muammar Gaddafi? They killed Muammar because the brother said to the world, I no longer will accept anything backed by the greenback. In order for you to buy oil from this region, because what he was trying to do, he was trying to build like a United States of Africa. He said you have to buy back or based off of the price, or not even the price, but your shit have to be its weight in gold. And they killed his ass because that would have crashed the economy of the United States at that time, and it would have quick. An ounce of gold was almost $2,000 an ounce, right? You know why they killed Saddam Hussein? Petrodollars, right? You know why? You know why they killed Saddam Hussein? Anybody could tell me why? They killed Saddam for the same fucking reason they killed Muammar. They killed Saddam because Saddam said he's no longer accepting the dollar. He's going to stick with the euro. If he would have did that, the euro would be the largest currency in America. I mean, in the world. Right now, they're trying to get rid of the fucking the euro. They trying to Brexit. You know what I'm saying? Britain, UK is trying to secede from the United Union, the European Union. Bro, they can keep the oil, they can keep the money, but if they want to give me that gold, I'll gladly take that shit. I mean, think about the oil. You know they were giving oil away this year because the shit dropped below $0. That shit, like they had to burn that shit off because it was worthless. Oh man, people didn't like Trump, and I'm fine with that. I didn't like Trump, but let me tell you what I did like. The motherfucker was arrogant as fuck. He was an asshole, straight up. And I know a lot of people that was black, that was white, that was Spanish, you name it, they fucked with Trump, right? The man, absolutely. That motherfucker, excuse my French, Nucci, Donald Trump was the only one with balls to go to South Korea and say, "Yo, little rocket boy." Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. You can't worship. I don't worship none of that shit though. But he went to fucking Korea and he signed some kind of peace deal with the little rocket man and was insulting the dude the whole time. Like that's some boss. That's some bullshit. You know, because I swear to God, I think if it would have went any, I think we would have been in war or we would have hit Korea with something real quick, right? I don't know. We got to do better, man. Yo, Amotep, we got to definitely get up, man. We got to get up. You know, we got to have one of them conversations, man. Um, Cause I kind of like the Instagram thing a little bit better again than YouTube because you can actually talk to your people. I don't have a following like that on YouTube. I got like 280, 285 subscribers. But on here, I have over 2,000 or 3,000 uh, IG followers, and I follow back like about half of that or close to a third, 2/3 of that. You know, but I can do this shit. I'm really liking this IG thing, man. It's kind of dope. Uh, the people always respond. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the love is always real up here. I don't like talking about tea. You know, they call it tea. I don't like gossip. I don't like to talk about that kind of stuff because that's not actually helping anybody. I don't want to talk about entertainers. Entertainers is entertaining facts. Time is definitely important, but the worst thing in the world, the worst sin in the world, is to waste time. Time is something you can never get back. But with that still being said, you know what I'm saying? I love the fact that I can actually interact with my peoples. You know what I'm saying? I know that when we talk, is going to always be some real dope ish. You want me to make a tutorial on what? Distractions is real. That's why I keep on doing what I'm doing, bro. I built the studio in my crib, man. I wish I can actually like take y'all on a tour. I can in a sense, but I would have to do some more stuff. But yeah, Brittany, you need to hit me up, please. You got my number. If you don't, inbox me so I can send it to you. But I just wanna build people up. If you go to my YouTube, you can always look me up on youtube.com// Larry Love is, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The type of things that I discuss, the type of things that that's important to me. You know, nah, yo, nah, nah, because it's like I work all day, so when I get home from work, it depends on how good I feel. You know what I'm saying? Um, this vegan lifestyle keeps me, energetic. But sometimes I come home and I just be like, yo, I just want to relax because I'm on my feet all day doing this TSA. You know, I need a makeup woman. So if you know a makeup artist, you know what I'm saying. So when I do these videos, I got all this good light. Like I got some really good lighting. I got some really good lighting. I should let me hold on. I'm just gonna do this quick fast. Yeah, I got this good lighting. Um, the lighting is dope. Uh, the last time I did this, I was on my phone, but I learned a way how to stream through my computer. I have three more streams left, so they cost a little bit. So I'll try to like spread them out a little bit. Thank you, Nucci. But anyway, yeah, this is your guy, Mr. Talk 718 with Talk Life TV on IG. I'm here. If anybody want to talk or they need some advice, they just want to get some things off their chest, they can always hit my inbox. Or you can also hit me up at Talk Life the Podcast at yahoo.com. You can always follow me on Facebook at Talk Life. Talk Life. Yeah, Talk Life. And I just want to say love is love, peace. Y'all already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Remember, without God or the goddess, depending on your belief system, I believe in duality, so they both existed to me. Without the two of them, it will be no us. So let's do things balanced. Let's do things that's gonna bring your vibration up and your spirit up and other people up that wants to be brought up. Um, let's just continue to talk life into existence. We all know love is love. Peace. It's your guy, Mr. Talk 718 with Talk Life. I'm out.